Oh, sorry.
Section.
What I really want to talk about is the impact of Section 44 on Section 46. So I'm actually speaking about Section 46.
That's right, we're on 46.
Would you stop telling the Cahill what to do?
Through the chair, please. Section 46.
Through the chair.
I'm asking that Section 46 stand part of the bill, and you're opposing that, I gather. But you want to speak on it, is that it?
I want to speak on the section.
On Section 46. Yes. And Senator Batchik wants to speak as well. Okay.
On the 26th of February this year, the Minister had this to say with respect to Section 44 during committee stage debate of the bill. Senators will be aware that existing 44 is not in keeping with my particular position on the matter. I will table amendments on report stage and will, if agreed, revert the direction of Section 44 towards a specific procedure that we mentioned on numerous occasions in the House that will be applicable for selection of what we have been describing as the 3 senior judicial posts, where recommendations on the engagement on the part of the Commission will be neither required nor applicable. On the same date, the Minister stated that Senator McDowell is being entirely reasonable when he says that what he would like to see the disposition of the Government as far as amendments are concerned at the earliest opportunity. I acknowledge this and will be happy to communicate with them. It's now April to the...
Forgive me.
Yes.
This may be me being offside. How is this relevant to Section 46?
Because it's the impact on Section 46.
Chair is never offside.
Well, I know, I'm not saying I'm infallible. I just didn't see the point.
Yeah, it's
but
the
you're
impact
going to bring me to the point now,
on
anyway.
46. It's 43 days since the Minister agreed that it's entirely reasonable that the disposition of the Government as far as amendments be known at the earliest opportunity, yet still we haven't seen what the amendments to Section 44 shall be, and therefore this Amendment 92B ensured that we were talking about that Section 44, which currently stands part of the bill. As the Minister is aware, Section 44 in its current form would involve 16 members of the Judicial Commission, appointing the Chief Justice, the President of the Court of Appeal, the President of the High Court, and all ordinary members of the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal. The process of appointment by this Government for all these aforementioned positions in the past 2 years or so has been to include the President of an Appellate Court, the Attorney General and the Chair of the Top-Level Appointments Committee. This process has been used to appoint the current Chief Justice, new ordinary members of the Supreme Court, the President of the Court of Appeal and new ordinary members of the Court of Appeal. For most litigants, the Court of Appeal will be their last opportunity to have their case heard, with only cases of exceptional public importance ending up in the Supreme Court. The High Court, Circuit Court and District Court are bound by the decisions of their superior courts, and this also includes the Court of Appeal with respect to the Supreme Court. Decisions made by these two courts, Supreme Court and Court of Appeal, are of fundamental importance to the rule of law in this state, and those who are the office holders of these courts bear enormous responsibility as to how the law is both applied and interpreted. The Government, in its wisdom, deemed at the bare minimum it was appropriate for the appointment of the Chief Justice, President of the Court of Appeal and President of High Court, all of whom are members of the Council of State, to be appointed by a separate senior judicial appointments committee. This proposal was voted out of the bill in the Dáil. The Government proposed that the Chief Justice, Attorney General and Chairperson of the Judicial Commission recommend the appointment for these offices rather than the 16-member Judicial Commission, which is how the law will currently operate if enacted as the Dáil version. If the Government accepts the principle that the appointment process for the Chief Justice, the President of the Court of Appeal and the President of the High Court requires a more finessed consideration than the 16-membership Commission process, where all of these office holders are either members of the Supreme Court or ex officio members of the Supreme Court. It's difficult to see why the Government would object to ordinary members of these courts also forming part of the separate Senior Judicial Appointments Committee process. But as things stand, we do not know what the Government's position is with respect to Section 44, which bears directly on the operation of Section 46.